Here's what we know about our foster baby so far. We know his name, which I still haven't shared with you. We know his birthday, which is late April. We know that he's detoxing. We know who his mom is, because we've been through this before with our baby's older brother. And that's about it. But today all that changes. Because today we get to go meet him. So I recently found out some really cool stuff about the brain. So the brain essentially is a really, really large mass of nerves and neural endings. And when we think, when we move, these nerve endings are firing to send impulses and feelings to the right places in our body. Now, I found out that in the first year of a person's life, a third of all the nerves and all the neural synapses and everything in your brain is developed in the first year of your life. A baby, in its first year of life, develops 40,000 neural connections a second. Times that by how many seconds there are in a year, you're at about 1.26 trillion within that first year. Now that's interesting because when a mom has a baby, there's this hormone that gets released for both the baby and the mom. That's called oxytocin. It's also called the cuddle hormone for the average everyday person. And in that first year of life, when oxytocin is present, those neural connections develop better, stronger. There's more joy. The baby's healthier, and all these things that oxytocin provides for a baby. But our foster baby has been alive for just about a month, and he's not getting a lot of that. And I think we have a couple different emotions surrounding that. I think one, we're worried. He's worried about how he's going to develop, how he's going to turn out, what's happening to his brain right now. And I think the other part is we're sad. We just every day my wife talks about how much she wants to go and pick him up and hold him and just let him know that he's not alone. We can't do that, but today we might. This ball is rolling, and it's rolling quickly. So we live about an hour north of Seattle without traffic. So we got a drive ahead of us today. We're gonna end up at the hospital around 1 to meet this little guy. The day is here. We're not taking him home today. I think he still has some detoxing to do. And our house isn't quite ready. We still gotta set up a few baby things. But this feels like the beginning now. Like first contact. It's crazy. It's crazy. pictures of him or take video of him. Well, I can take them, I just can't share them because technically he's still a ward of the state. So I'm sorry about that. Maybe one day, but not at the current moment. I wanted to share just our experience of the NICU. The NICU is essentially where babies who are born early get taken care of. So that's, we were at Swedish First Hill, but that's all I can tell you about that as well. So there's a lot of secretiveness involved in all this just for privacy's sake and everything like that. Let's start with our social worker. He's a great guy. We've known him for a couple years because of another baby that we know, and it's hard for him, I think, because he wants the baby to have a good home, but it's his job to also unite baby and biological parent. So we could just see on his face a struggle of anger and heartbreak for the baby and at the parents, but he's got a professional level to maintain, and he can't talk about our situation with any sort of permanency because at this point it's not permanent at all. So that's hard because I think for us we want to keep this little guy forever, even though it was the first time we met him. So yeah, it was a mix of emotions there. As far as the baby goes, he's doing well, as well as he can. He's still detoxing, and if you've never seen a detoxing baby, it can be hard. They have a lot of twitches and they're uncomfortable. They have diarrhea. It's not a pretty picture, but he was cute. Tell you what, guys, he was really cute. And he's already 7 pounds. So he's a big preemie. I wouldn't really call him a preemie, actually. The preemie clothes we bought him aren't going to fit him anyways. He's eating 6 ounces every time he eats. I don't think our daughter, who's 9 months old, even does that. So he seems to be doing well. We'll probably get to take him home in a couple weeks, because he's still on a lot of morphine and a lot of clonidine, which are the drugs they use to help babies detox. The hospital room was hard, full of all these babies who don't have a lot of people around for them. And they have volunteer cuddlers come in to hold the babies, which is just adorable. We met just a kind-hearted old man who was holding our foster baby when we showed up, and then he went around and held some of the other babies, and just a kind-hearted old guy. But then the alarms go off and they cry and the nurses come in, and it's just heartbreaking. We were there for, I think, 3 hours we stayed, and that was about all I could take. So as usual, we'll keep posting updates as things happen. Keep you guys in the loop. See you later. Hey friends, so we had just got back from visiting our foster baby. I'm gonna have to get used to not